I got this email from Katie by the end of winter term. I was really excited to go to a different country with a group of athletes.
We loaded the buses at the Casanova Center. We flew out from Portland, so we wanted to have plenty of time to get to the airport. Since we were a bigger group, it kind of takes a lot longer time to check in.
It was a late flight. We left like at 10:30, 11 p.m. But I mean, it was fine. We were just really excited about it.
Well, welcome to the Dominican Republic.
I was amazed. I was amazed because I've never been in a third world country like that one, like Dominican Republic, and it was just a different feeling from what you have here.
It was a very long, crazy 2-hour drive. Yes.
The driver was driving like crazy because there's no rules there.
Weaving in and out of cars, like there's no rules, bumper to bumper, and our drivers were blasting the Dominican music and just going crazy. It was nothing like I've ever experienced.
Suave, DJ Kennedy en la mezcla. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, no es así, no es. Ponme tu eso pa'lante, 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 pa'lante. Ponme tu eso pa'lante, 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 pa'lante.
This is day one. We just arrived here. This is what the basketball court looks like right now. Obviously, we have a lot of work to do.
It was great. It was the perfect location. It was a meeting point for the community. It was on like a high point in comparison to the rest of the houses. It was a place with amazing views to like a small valley, open space. Trees around it. It was just the perfect location.
Playing with the kids, I mean, at home we don't really get to see kids that much because we're always in school, but here, like, this is what we came to do and build a court for them, and it's been really fun, especially getting to know another culture through their kids. It's really cool.
Right now we have a girl over here. She's putting water right now in huge buckets, and we're just taking it out. Word.
It's just a given that all the children here pitch in some way. The girls are cleaning or you know, cooking or doing laundry and even coming out and helping us on the court, and the boys are right in there keeping speed with us, shoveling and pouring cement. And so it's just, they don't get to hang out and lay around like kids do in America. So it's incredible to see how hard they work and the effort they put into everything that they do.
Vamos, vamos patos. ¿Sabes lo que son los patos? Un pato. Dile.
Vamos, pato.
Vamos, pato. Muy bien.
As you can see, our progress is coming along. There was no dirt here this morning for the latter half of it. So we have been filling that in, tamping, moving water, petting dogs, and making jokes.
Learning Spanish.
Learning Spanish. Trying to learn Spanish.
¿Cómo te llamas?
Estoy.
¿Tui? No sé.
It's been a lot of hard work, but we're learning a lot of new stuff and learning how to mix cement and lay it down, and we have a lot to do still, but it's coming along.
We've kind of been dividing the work up a little bit. We've had some girls that have been splitting in with the dirty work.
It's nice to do some men work once in a while, you know, get some acknowledgement.
I think the most difficult part is having the men here realize that women like that came here, especially American women, can work just as hard as them. A lot of the times they think that we can't work and they take the tools away from us or say, no, you need to rest. And so that was probably the toughest part, is having them realize that we are just as capable.
I feel like the hardest part is more than physically, it's mentally. With no one in that trip have ever done a job like that.
Yesterday I went nonverbal. I went to a dark place yesterday. Well, we had to move sand down the slippery hill for about 4.5 hours, just carrying it bucket by bucket, wheelbarrow by wheelbarrow, on our shoulder, and I just couldn't talk to anybody. I didn't know if I was gonna make it.
We had some barriers where we ran into where the ground was so mushy and wet from when the hurricane season, and so it started raining. So the trucks couldn't make it down the hill, and so the trucks had to dump the sand at the top of the hill, and we had to carry buckets of sand down to mix into the cement mixer.
Out of all the jobs here, what would you want to be doing?
Probably shoveling sand and carrying it into buckets.
On top of my head.
Maybe on top of the head.
Yeah, today has been definitely the hardest. They dropped the sand way up there, which I don't know why, but whatever. So we have to take it in buckets, and it's one of the first breaks we've had. I can't move, my toes hurt, my shoulder hurts.
The pile's not getting any smaller, and I was just getting tired. I didn't want to fall, and every time it was getting slipperier and slipperier, and I fell twice, and it was just hurting, but I just had to keep going because Keenan and Grant would just like keep going, one more, uno más, and we just kept pushing it, keep pushing it.
What if I told you guys you only had about 30 more trips back and forth?
I'll be happy.
30? What if, I don't really know.
30 really isn't that many compared to what we've done. So.
How many do you think you've actually done?
At least 100 each.
I actually like when it rains here because it takes the temperature down a lot, and it cools you down and cleans you, makes you feel refreshed, so you're ready to go again.
It's been incredible. I really, you can't put any words to it. It's been way more than I thought, just from a standpoint of personally pushing yourself to a limit that I didn't think existed. But then even further, just watching our student athletes has been incredible. The amount of dedication and work that they've put in is really going to make a difference when that court gets done.
I feel like their attitudes have been phenomenal. Their work ethic has been, you know, out of this world, getting everything done that we've got done in the last couple days. It's been all around, I'm just really, really impressed with the group we have.
What's it going to feel like when that last bit of cement goes in?
It's going to be pretty great, I think. Definitely knowing how much work we've done the last couple days, knowing, you know, we're going to be done and having that feeling of accomplishment. I think we'll be ready to have a little bit of fun.
Oh, it's going to feel great just knowing that we made a huge difference in many people's lives.
I can do this and they can do this and this is how they live on an average day, then I can do anything.
And we are family right now, and after this trip, it's just like you need to feel it, you need to see it. We're gonna tell our friends, we're gonna tell people how the experience was, but you know, like, we can't describe this. There's no way you can describe this.
You know, I'll be really proud of the work and the perseverance we came through with. A lot of people have been working really hard doing this, and you know, I'll be really proud, relieved, and I'm kind of happy to start playing with the locals and start teaching them basketball and all that.
¿Qué va a significar esta pista para la comunidad? ¿Qué significa para vosotros?
Bueno, para nosotros es muy importante la obra porque ya sabemos que es de mucho beneficio para nuestra comunidad. Hace mucho tiempo que estábamos deseando tener este proyecto y no lo habíamos conseguido, pero gracias a ustedes ya estamos casi lográndolo porque ya está casi terminado el trabajo.
It was my turn. I stood up, went to the middle, and I started getting really emotional. And I basically was going to tell them thank you for everything they've done for us. They not only help us build the court, but they help us like realize of a lot of things about what's happening nowadays in the world. And it was just amazing how big the impact on that community was on us. And I was going to tell them, but I couldn't. So I say a few words, and I started crying. And I remember one of the women from the community came, hugged me. Then the other one came, and then everybody, we all hugged at the end.